want to dance?
No, thanks.
You know her?
Yeah, I know her.
She's hot.
She is the biggest bitch at West Beverly High. I should know. I went out with her for a year.
What happened?
Dumped her.
This is next week's quiz. Actually, it's a copy of next week's quiz. The original's still tucked away in Denzel's desk.
How'd you get this?
Bribery, larceny, grand theft. Your basic tools of the trade. But don't worry, we're not gonna get caught.
Yeah, that's what every criminal says.
Come on, it's a quiz.
This doesn't bother you at all, does it?
It's your decision. But I'm not gonna let some fossil in a leisure suit ruin my GPA.
I want to drive it.
What?
A car. I want to drive it.
Sure, anytime.
I want to drive it now.
Had enough yet?
No. Come on!
Where are you going?
Steve, I don't think they're coming back.
Brandon, shut up. They're coming back. We're gonna wait right here until they do. You know, Kelly, we were the best relationship I've ever had.
Steve, I was the only relationship you ever had.
Kelly, I think we should go out again.
Steve.
Now listen, think before you answer. Have you given any thought to what we were talking about before?
Actually, I have.
You have? You know, I thought what David's grandparents said before was really true. If you communicate your feelings and be honest and just try and be yourself, then things could work out.
I agree.
You do? Do you want to go out again, Kelly?
No.
You know what? You're pretty cute without your glasses.
Is that supposed to be some kind of compliment?
No, this is. What happened here tonight?
It's okay. You don't have to say anything. It was just one of those things.
Yeah, it was just one of those things. We don't have to tell anybody, right? We wouldn't make a good couple anyway, Andrea. 6 months ago, I'm out to dinner with my mother, and she has a little bit too much to drink. She starts talking about the past, things that happened 20 years ago. She and my dad have been trying to have kids for a long time, but they just couldn't make it happen. So my mom goes to some doctor who tells her that she could never have kids and decided to adopt a child. They adopted me. Only my mom waits close to 17 years before she tells me about it. What did you think? I'd be better off if I didn't know?
Well, what did you say to her when she told you?
What could I say? She's mom. She's the only mother I've ever known. And I know that even though she might not be perfect, she loves me. I just can't believe she's lied to me my entire life. Try not to think about it. Who my biological parents are. Who cares? It doesn't matter anymore. Just when my birthdays come around, I have a little trouble dealing with it.
But you got a lot of friends who really care about you, man.
Please. The only friend I ever told about this was Kelly. And she's so into her own trip tonight, she probably forgot all about me. What is the sense of confiding in somebody if someday they're just gonna blow you off? I don't need your sympathy. Just don't understand why we can't be friends. I told you things I haven't told anybody.
Like I said, I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, sorry doesn't make it okay. I just get so angry when all you had to do was say one word. Just one word to let me know you cared about me.
I do care about you, Steve. I said I'm sorry. I don't know what else I can do.
I'm sorry, too. I don't know why I said these things.
Because deep inside, you're just a jerk. That's why.
I'm sorry. Despite all the things we've gone through, all the fights, all the stupid things we've ever said to each other, I still love you, Kelly. Ready to lose all your money?
What money?
Come on, tomorrow night in the game room, an hour after the club closed.
You promised me we wouldn't get into trouble for last night. Now Henry found out about the poker game.
He knows it was us?
No, he doesn't know it was us.
Well,
but
then
he
don't
knows
worry about it, Brandon. Just chill out. Come on. And I've been here a lot longer than you have. And I say we do it right.
So you let the others into the club after it was closed for the night.
Yeah, but then I made sure the door locked behind them when they came in, and then after we all left.
How did you do that?
Well, the door kind of clicked.
It kind of clicked.
Bingo! Now can I leave?
Steve, I cannot believe that you forgot to check the weather report.
I didn't forget to check the weather report. Didn't believe the weather report. You're so pretty.
You know, I don't usually do this with somebody I just met, but
But what?
somehow I feel like I know you already.
Excuse me, ladies. Crudité waits.
I've lost my appetite.
So have I. Come on, Steve, let's go.
Way to go, Brent.
Steve, if you're smart, you'll let that one just go.
Some friend you are. The first girl to mean anything to me in over a year, and you go and blow her off?
I am your friend.
Well, then you better get used to her, because I'm going to see a lot more of her for a long time. I bet Kelly put you up to this.
Steve, look, I was just looking out for you. I mean, she admitted to me that she was using you.
Thanks, Brenda. But I could take care of myself. Couldn't tell this to just anyone. What is it? Brenda tell you about last night? No, she didn't. Brenda and Christine didn't exactly hit it off last night, so I let Brenda have it for that. Then afterwards, I couldn't stop thinking about it, and I started to see Christine in a new light. What do you mean? It's like she's obsessed with money. You really fell for this one, didn't you? Yeah, I did. This is from me to you.
That's it?
Don't you like it?
Well, it's nice, but it's not that special.
Silly of me. I thought maybe because it came from me, it would be special to you. But that's okay. If you don't want it, maybe someone else will.
Steve, wait, please, don't get mad. I mean, let me see it again. I didn't get a good enough look.
Forget it. I don't want to give it to you anymore.
But I was just being honest.
Like the way you were honest that first day in the Peach Pit about not knowing who my mom was, right?
How did you know that?
I didn't until right now. Goodbye, Christine. I want to give you something.
What?
Give me your hand.
Thanks, but no thanks.
Go on, just take it.
Steve, it's beautiful, but I don't want something you bought for another girl. You look like you could use some distraction. About a movie.
With you? No.
Gotcha, of course. A romantic comedy to cheer you up.
An adventure?
Mystery.
Got it. I'd like to exchange an egg.
You want to exchange an egg? Do you have a receipt?
No. Do I need a receipt? I mean, is that part of the thing?
It's customary to have a receipt when you want to exchange something.
I think we're in the wrong place.
No, this is all part of the deal.
What's wrong with the egg?
Nothing.
But you want another.
No, I don't want another egg. I want information.
Look, I don't know what you kids are on, but I'm calling the police.
You know, I think we're in the wrong place. I was actually thinking of breaking down and asking Kelly to the dance. I think she deserves another chance.
You're giving her another chance. Isn't she the one who broke up with you?
Yeah, but I forgive her. Friday night. What do you say, you and me?
Sorry, I already have a date.
So break it.
No.
Why not? Who's it with?
Chuck Wilson.
What?
You heard me. What was I supposed to do? He asked me.
Of course he did.
You know, Steve, you are not the center of everybody's universe. What makes you think that Chucky was thinking of you when he asked me to the dance?
Because I know him better than you do. And he doesn't care about you.
Why is it that every time some guy likes me, you try to ruin it?
To me, Chuck Wilson isn't just any guy.
I was thinking it over, and I know what your problem is.
You're my problem, Chucky.
Insecurity.
What do I have to be insecure about?
Well, it's a known fact. Adopted kids are insecure.
How the hell did you know that?
Hey, Steve. Hey, I've known since we were 7. Everybody knew, Steve. We're all supposed to keep it quiet till Samantha told you. Guess she finally broke the news, huh? I wonder what took her so long. You know, Steve.
I know this may be hard, but I have to know where I came from.
What?
Who's my real mother?
The only thing they told me was your mother's name, Karen Brown.
My mother's name was Karen.
I wish I could tell you more. All I know is that she was very young. She came from a little town somewhere outside of Albuquerque. That's where you were born.
I've got to go there.
Where?
To New Mexico. I've got to do this.
Now?
Tonight.
My name's Al.
I'm Steve.
I know your name. I helped name you.
So does Karen, my mom, does she live around here?
Not anymore.
Why did she give me up?
Your mother was very young when you were born, Steve. Still in high school. Didn't have a husband. She wanted a home for her baby. A family to love him and take care of him.
Does she ever talk about me? Think about me?
I'm sure in her private moments she did, but not around her family.
Can I have her number out? I don't know why, but I've got this strong feeling that I should be with her at Christmas. Gotta meet her. Gotta know who my real mother is.
Well, it's gonna be kind of tough. You see, in the first place, when she gave you up, she made it pretty final. That's why she picked a good home. Has it been a good home, Steve?
Well, yeah.
That's the way it looks to me.
But if I could talk to her, Al, like I'm talking to you here now, I'm sure she could handle it. Her son.
She died, Steve.
What?
Real bad auto accident not far from here.
I'm sorry.
I'm sure she would have liked to have seen you.
I always thought if I met my real mom, maybe things would be different. That I'd figure out where I fit in. I just wish I would have known her, at least met her.
Well, she's part of you. She's in you.
You know, I never did have a grandfather. Would you be my grandfather, Al?
It'll be my pleasure.
And we'll keep in touch. I'll send you cards, and maybe someday you'll come visit me in L.A. I had to find out who my real mom was.
Was she everything you expected?
Everything and more.
I see.
Let me tell you about her. She's beautiful, and she's caring, and she created me out of her love. 17 years of it. With her busy life, she always made sure I was as happy as I could be. She always tried to show me to do the right thing. She was always there for me when I didn't. Gave me everything I ever wanted, probably more than I deserved. And no matter what, she always let me know how much she loved me. I'm sorry I had to go so far away to find your mom. Look, it's a bet, all right. Brandon bet me that I couldn't hold down a job. Does Nat know this? No. And neither of you two weasels are gonna tell him. Well, listen to that tape you gave me.
Oh, yeah, Kelly told me. What'd you think?
It's not great, but if we can find a hook and package you right, I think we may actually have something here.
We?
Yeah, we. I'm your new manager. You see, Silver, this is what it means to have a manager. I put up my own bucks for these.
Well, that's great, but who plays 45s anymore?
Get with the program, David. I'm gonna put these in jukeboxes. I'm gonna have this puppy playing in every diner in town.
I must say, it's wonderful to have a student who's actually zeroed in on what he wants.
Well, USC is numero uno. It's a tradition with my family. My father was an alumni there, so was my uncle.
That'll certainly help, but you'll need a little more than a legacy to get accepted.
I know this isn't cool to say, Mrs. Teasley, but we got the bucks.
I'm referring to your grade point average, Stephen, not your bank account. You have a D+ average. I'm not saying USC is out of the question, but unless you start putting a few more A's into the mix, you'd better start thinking about numero dos.
This is what I believe you were looking for.
Just let me get out of here. We'll forget about this whole thing.
That might be difficult, son. This is a serious offense. You could get kicked out of school for this.
What'll it take?
What are you talking about?
We forget about the whole thing.
This must be important to you.
Very important.
Well, I don't see why anyone has to know about this.
These are the worst grades I've ever seen. You got a D in 9th grade math. What do you want instead?
B. What's wrong?
I'm locked out. What do you mean? I don't know. The system could be crashing. There could be an alarm and a password.
You don't have enough money to buy your way out of this one, son.
Buy my way out of what? I know for a fact the cops don't have any clues.
Yeah, but what they do have is a janitor with one more year on his pension and a set of keys that opens up every door to this building.
Are they accusing you of masterminding this break-in?
And they grilled me for 3 hours yesterday over a lot more than your piddly little break-in. And tomorrow we go another round, and I gotta give them something, and I'm afraid it's gonna be you.
Hey, you can't do that.
Sorry, son, I got a lot to lose.
Hey, man, I paid you.
Well, money can't buy you everything now, can it?
First, I have an interrogation of my own I'd like to do. You don't know a mega bite from a mega burger, which would seem to indicate someone helped you break into that computer system.
It was a solo operation. I did it all by myself.
Then I'm sorry to say that as of today, you're no longer a student at West Beverly High. Your mother and I had a very interesting talk, Stephen, and she's convinced me to allow you to remain at West Beverly on probation, which if you pass all your courses, you might actually graduate with your class. The condition of your probation is that you're required to attend double detention, which means you'll arrive at school every morning at 7:15, and you will not leave school until 4:45 every afternoon. And if you miss one detention, we will enact the expulsion.
Time now for our half-court shot. This evening we have Steve Sanders at midcourt. And if Steve can make this shot, he'll walk away with a suitcase full of money. $10,000.
Mr. Station's not going to write me a letter of recommendation to any college I want to go to. You know what this means? This means that I get to go to any college I want to.
Steve Sanders.
I got in, man.
California University?
They took me off the waiting list this morning. I'm not trying to cheat off you. I'm trying to cheat off him.
Why?
You know, math isn't my strong suit.
You're not being graded on this. It's a placement test. Do you understand?
After reviewing your math placement test, that you be enrolled in our advanced astrophysics program. I just feel badly that someone as gifted as yourself had to take the test in the first place.
Don't. It's no big deal. It's funny when I think about how we first met.
You and Brandon fighting over me on some silly game show?
I'm not quitting the fraternity. That would mean Sears wins.
What does this have to do with John Sears?
The guy's got it in for me.
Professor Randall. He's a sports fanatic, and in his office is his prized possession, a signed Jackie Robinson baseball.
Oh, come on, Keith. He's not going to give me that. Oh, hey, forget it. Excuse me? I can't do that.
You know the rules.
Hold it right there!
Steve thinks he was busted in Randall's office because one of you guys called the campus cops on it.
Oh, that just proves besides being clumsy, Sanders is also paranoid.
Campus security logged an anonymous phone call that night.
I'm claiming my right to bring this to the test.
Me too.
Goes before the brothers. The good news is you're out of this fraternity, pal.
We'll see. When I was in junior high school, my dad tried to turn me into the next Jack Nicklaus.
You plug it in overnight, you put your golf balls in, and juices up the insides a little bit. That's all.
That's how you be getting the distance out of your drives?
It's no big deal.
What do you mean it's no big deal? It's cheating. You missed the purpose. I told you. I wasn't going to play by your rules. You throw away the Super Balls, play out the rest of the game fair and square. I'll sink that putt and put us in sudden death, or I'll screw it up.
Finally beat me. Bit of my secret weapon over here.
You know, you're hanging around with a real sleazeball. I know what you're doing, Sears. You're using Celeste to get back at me.
No, actually, I'm not.
You want to fight? I paid my $5. Let's go. $5 ain't enough, man. What do you say we up the ante?
Name your price.
If I win, you stay away. Is it a bet?
Sure. Now, what do I get if I win? I knock you in the pit of mud and you resign from the keg house.
Oh, John!
Now.
I saw what you did for me at the mud pit.
I was starting to realize the truth about Mr. Sears, and Donna and Brenda just filled in the blanks for me. I should have known better. Part of me was doing it to get back at you.
What are you doing this summer?
I'll be around.
How was Hawaii, man? How's Celeste? Wait, let me guess. You played golf every day, you ate ackee, tuna. At night, you sucked back a couple passion fruits, had a little action on the beach.
Well, that was July.
And what about August?
In August, she gave me the big aloha. We were snorkeling in Kapalua Bay one day, and we literally swam into some guy she knew from high school. It turns out he was a great lost love of her life.
Was that your voice I heard in my kitchen at 8 o'clock this morning?
What can I say, man? Love is in the air. Mallory kissed me. You could turn the pit into an after-hours kind of joint.
What, are you kidding me?
Everybody is always looking for the next hot spot. With the right lights, a cool sound system, I could pack this place at $10 a head.
Come on, what do we know about running a club?
Well, it just so happens I'm on a roll as the party meister of CU. What's this?
Fire marshal. Maximum capacity is 150 people. We got these laws for a reason, fella.
Come on, Basiccio. I told you I'd pay the fine.
That's not the point, Steve. Having an after-hours club is a good idea, but it's not right for the Peach Pit.
Not right? Do you have any idea how much money we cleared before Fire Marshal Bill decided to fill his quota?
Quota schmota. I can't afford to shut down again.
We can't afford to walk away from the Peach Pit after dark. I'm telling you, not with the word of mouth we have going.
Why don't we charge twice as much and let in half as many people?
Or better yet, why don't you just get a bigger place?
Then we could have live music.
Don't get the wrong idea or anything.
Yeah, Val, I think you already got the idea.
Oh, I get it. Joke's on me, huh?
You know, I got something else for you, McKay.
I fell for her, she broke my heart. And don't even get me started about my good buddy, Dylan McKay.
You know, I miss these arms around me.
You have?
Griffin already admitted the two of you lifted the key right out of Ted Stone's realty office. And if I know you, it was your idea.
Griffin said I lifted a key. He told me he had permission. That's the only reason I gave him a cut in the first place.
Yeah, right. I am so grateful I don't have to hear about this crap anymore or about the parties.
How could you say that after knowing that I put my heart and soul into this? This was gonna be my career, my future, my livelihood. Nice room you got here, Stone. Too bad you're moving out.
There's a 2-year waiting period for this room. I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, yes, you are. And I'll tell you why. If I have to look at your face one more day, I'll puke.
Pressure must have gotten to you, Sanders. You're cracking up.
I know your old man was on the hook for a load of damages. Muntz is willing to testify that you put a 30-amp fuse in a 15-amp socket in a 70-year-old house.
What do you want from me? It's over, man. It's history.
It's not over. We got 2 years probation. We got community service. I wasn't gonna give you till this weekend to move out, but I just changed my mind. You got 1 day to get the hell out of here.
Or what?
First, I'm gonna bash in your head, and then I'm gonna squeeze your neck so hard your head's gonna pop off. You wanna try me, huh?
All right.
What do you want?
Tell you how sorry I am.
Well, thanks.
Steve, I didn't mean to cut you out of the picture.
Yes, you did. That's why you made that deal.
I tried to keep you from getting busted. It was the best deal I could make.
That was the best you could do?
Yes.
Listen, I really don't give a damn how popular this joint gets. Because it doesn't mean anything to me unless you're there being a part of it.
But that paper's due in 3 days. And that's my entire semester grade for 3 courses, all right? I need that paper.
Don't you think you should have thought of that sooner? Maybe written the paper yourself?
Yeah, I know. Procrastination is my middle name. But think of it this way, Andrea. This is the last time you'll ever have to help me again.
Steve, look, you better be nice to me. I have something in that diaper bag that you need very badly. A term paper.
You did it?
Of course I did. What, you thought I wasn't going to come through for you?
No, actually, I took what you said to heart. I did one myself.
Oh, you did? Well, then I guess we could just throw that away.
No. Well, yours may be better. Well, I gotta tell you, Elle, I've been a very, very bad boy.
What happened to Elle?
That just didn't work out.
What do you mean it didn't work out?
Look, it's really embarrassing, and it's something that I thought could never possibly happen to me, so I don't want to talk about it.
You couldn't perform?
I didn't want to perform. She's a he. So help me, Brandon. If you tell one person about this, I swear I'll hunt you down and beat you senseless. Mr. Bardwell thinks I have a math problem.
You have to take remedial math?
5 days a week. 5 mornings a week. If I don't pass, I don't graduate.
I know I'm gonna regret this. I could probably really help you, you know.
Please tell me you'll take my exams for me.
No, I'm gonna make your life a living hell.
Oh.
But you'll pass math.
It's so hard to meet guys like you with such a sensitive soul. You really are an exception. I'd like to get to know you better. Email me love cuddles. Are you really serious about this?
Don't knock it. One of my keg pledges met his girlfriend this way. She's a knockout. Beats the hell out of a blind date. You know, I'd love to stick around for the body count, but I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, me too.
Tell me, has anyone come in here asking for someone by the name of Tenderheart?
Yeah, a little while ago. She's sitting over there.
Cuddles!
Tenderheart?
I can't believe this is happening to me.
Oh, God, this is a nightmare.
And to think I was ready to give up my freedom for you.
You're not the only one that's disappointed here, okay, Steve? Mr. Sensitive, Mr. Love makes me cry.
Oh, please. I thought I was coming here to meet Mother Teresa and Claudia Schiffer's body.
So I stretched the truth a bit.
A bit?
Stuff it, all right?
Well, I didn't lie about everything. I am free tonight. Claire, it's not like I'm not attracted to you. I am.
And I'm attracted to you, too.
I just don't think we'd work as a couple.
No, I mean, you're a typical male chauvinist frat guy.
And you're a self-righteous, stuck-up snob.
We'd hate each other.
I hate you now.
Not as much as I hate you.
What's this?
I may want to read what's inside.
This can't be. I went to New Mexico 3 Christmases ago. I found my grandfather. I saw my mother's grave. Her name was Karen Brown.
Your mother was Karen Brown. I'm your father.
How can that be?
I was doing a picture in New Mexico, and I had an affair with a waitress who worked in her father's diner. She got pregnant. Meanwhile, your mother couldn't have children, and we were trying to adopt. So I bought my own baby.
You let me think I was abandoned all this time.
Steve, I tried to do the best I could for you. I gave you the best the money could buy. I gave you the best clothes, the best toys, the best of everything.
But you didn't give me what I needed the most, Dad. Truth.
You may give it whatever you want, but you gotta know something. I love you. I always have.
Way of provoking me. She knows how to press all my buttons.
Yeah, tell me about it.
So why do you stay with her?
I don't know. I guess we fit together in a weird kind of way. She's very smart. She's very funny. I like that about her. She has no common sense. I guess that's why she needs me. Carl, you all right? You seem a little off today.
Well, there is something on my mind, and there's no easy way to lead up to this, so I'm just gonna come right out and say it.
Shoot.
I'm in love with Claire.
Come on.
When you think about it, it makes sense. I mean, we're good friends, so of course we'd fall for the same girl.
I don't know what to say about that, Carl.
Listen, you told me you had no definite plans with her for the future, and you were serious, right?
Yeah, but...
So all I want is the opportunity to express my feelings to her. I'm asking for a favor, Steve. Give me the chance. May the best man win.
How could you do this to me? I thought you cared. I thought we had something real here.
We do. Look, I just wanted to be fair. The guy wanted a chance. Just go tell him you're not interested.
That's not the point, okay? You were willing to let me go. I don't want to be with you if you're so willing to let me go.
What was I supposed to do, punch out a prince?
Well, it's better than trading me for a week in the French Riviera. What the hell's wrong with you?
You just told me you wanted me to do that.
No, I didn't.
Anything you want, you got it. Even the woman I love most in the world.
I said may the best man win, and he has.
Nothing happened between you two?
Nothing happened. She loves you, Steve.
How'd you get here?
I'm sorry, but that's a very, very big secret.
You're supposed to be in Texas.
That's exactly what I want a certain little honey to think. What are you doing here?
I was trying to surprise you, knucklehead. Why weren't you where you were supposed to be?
I couldn't help it. I wanted to see you.
I wanted to see you too.
I wanted to hold you.
You're despicable.
Claire.
Don't even.
Honey, you don't understand. I'm sorry, okay?
No, it's not okay. For months now, all we ever do is fight and make up, fight and make up. It's like a game. I'm sick of it.
You saying you want to break up?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All right, we're gonna show Dick and his idiots we can do this. Whoa. Bend your knees.
Stay low, stay low. Stay low.
We challenge you.
Wait a minute, you actually want to race us?
We do. We just need a little practice, that's all.
I don't know, Sanders. You know, some of us graduate in May.
Okay, pal, you pick the time. How's that?
A week from today.
Deal. Tell me you miss me, why don't you?
How can I miss you when you've been following me for weeks?
Has it been that bad?
No, I just want you to accept the way things are.
I love you so much, Claire. I really missed you.
I love you too.
This has to do with the midterm paper you turned into your independent study class. Do you recognize it?
Yeah.
Then you should also recognize this one. It was written by Brandon Walsh 3 years ago. They're an identical match, word for word. Professor Randall, who recently took over this class, has brought charges of plagiarism against you. It is the preliminary recommendation of this disciplinary committee that you be expelled from the university.
Wait a minute, you're gonna expel me over this?
You can submit a statement if you like, or you can appear before a full hearing of the Student Conduct Committee next week.
You told me that you've never cheated off Brandon before. Now I found out you've been doing it for years.
But I haven't.
Really? Well, Randall's got proof, Steve. You cheated on the quizzes in his class.
That test he said I cheated on? I failed that test. Columbus Day.
The course ledger said you got 84.
Oh, funny. That's not what it says on my quiz. Look, 17.
Okay, so maybe I got the date wrong.
Oh, no, I failed them all, Randy.
What's the point of being together if we know we're not going to live together? If we don't have a future?
We don't know that.
So what'll it be? We have seminars in history, English, sciences.
Water torture?
Oh, come on, Steve. I think this retreat sounds terrific.
We can register.
I don't think this is going to be such a good idea.
Hey, this is your idea, sister. Don't you remember? Intellectual stimulation by day, physical stimulation at night.
It's probably a good time to tell you that we're not rooming together.
What?
What, you think I want our parents sleeping together?
I was getting between you and the chancellor because that's what Claire wanted.
Felt to me that's what you wanted, too.
The truth is, it is. Mom, you're hardly ever around. Suddenly, when you do show up, it's to be with someone else.
I'm sorry, sweetheart. I've been horribly insensitive. I definitely should be around more.
Well, judging by the way you and Arnold are hitting it off, I'm sure you'll be around a lot more.
And that's okay with you?
No, Ma, it's more than okay. That's what I want. Don't you think you ought to spend a little more time with your date?
Don't you think you ought to pay a little more attention to your own business?
She's totally ignoring my dad.
Claire, maybe you and your dad need to grow up a little bit. Look around you. This is an industry-related function. It's very important to my mother. Everyone else in the room seems to understand that.
I can't believe you are talking to me about growing up.
And I can't believe you're turning this into my relationship problem.
Are we talking about our parents or are we talking about us?
You tell me. You know, Claire, we're not responsible for what our parents do or what they don't do.
I know. It's just pretty convenient, you know, considering my dad didn't do anything.
Do you hear me talking to you? That's not the point.
Yeah, that is the point.
Okay, she dumped him. She was rude and selfish and self-absorbed and all those things. She was. You're right. You win.
So why did you spend the whole night defending her?
Because she's my mother, Claire.
This, not a graduation present. I am very, very proud of you.
I'm very proud of me, too. Books?
Biographies of Bill Gates and Lee Iacocca.
Thick books.
It's an incredibly exciting time for you. You're going out into the world without a safety net. And I was hoping that those stories of other self-made men
will inspire my son to great things.
Did you say no safety net?
From now on, you're on your own.
I'm going to Paris. I don't want my dad to be alone.
I get the feeling this isn't about your dad, Claire.
I have to, okay?
You want to.
He needs me.
I need you. You know what? He's your past. I'm supposed to be your future.
I don't understand. Why don't you just come with me to Paris? We'll figure out our future. By that time, my dad will be all
future is
settled in.
here, Claire.
How do you know that?
Because I know. This is my home. I belong here. I won't be very good at a long-distance relationship, Claire.
With Claire gone to join her father in Paris, Steve had a hard time saying goodbye to college life and got a job as the alumni advisor to his former CU fraternity, KEG. The salary for this honor, $1 a year.
The kids were using him as a tackling dummy out there. She's trying to teach him how to protect himself.
Yeah, well, no one asked for your help.
Zach asked for my help. Every time he got tripped out on the field, he was asking for help. Open your eyes, lady. Stop being so overprotective and doting. Maybe Zach's father should teach him how to defend himself.
Zach doesn't have a father.
Beverly Hills Shopper. It's an 8-page handout. People use this rag to line their bird cages. What's the matter with you?
Forget about the shopper. It's gone. It's history. It's whatever we want to do with it. We can make any kind of paper we want.
What do you mean we, white man?
We, us, you, me, partners, together. I'll be the publisher, you be the editor-in-chief.
I don't get this. Just because I don't want to date you, we can't be friends?
I didn't think you wanted me hitting on you because you don't date, because of Zach. And then all of a sudden I see you out at some bar. What's that?
I have a kid. I'm not a shut-in.
Oh, okay, I see. Well, why don't you want to go out with me then?
Because I'm not your type. And I don't think that you're right for me either because of Zach.
So what kind of guy gets to date you? I'm just wondering as a friend.
Well, I mean, he doesn't have to be rich or anything. Just stable, patient, responsible.
We shouldn't rush into this. I mean, being that it's our first time, we should just take our time. So you wanna?
Yeah, I wanna. Oh. Unless you don't.
No, I do.
Good, then it requires no more conversation.
I'm taking these self-defense classes. After about 10 weeks at $50 a pop, the instructor says to me, "Oh, Steve, by the way, use this only if you get attacked." Yeah, right. Like you go to medical school just in case there's an emergency, huh? Hell no. I'm gonna use what I know. I'm gonna kick some butt. I said, "No tomato on my burger."
The good news is my dad made it through the surgery.
Oh, that's great news.
But the bad news is he's looking at a very long recovery. So I've been trying to arrange for a nurse to take care of him when he gets out of the hospital, but all the ones I've talked to are so expensive.
If money's a problem, it doesn't have to be. I can help.
It's really sweet of you to say, but the truth is I just don't feel comfortable leaving my father with a total stranger.
Well, how about bringing him here to L.A.?
Well, it's going to be weeks before he can travel, so I have to go there.
Please don't go.
Please don't make this any harder than it already is.
How could it be harder? I'm miserable, and you haven't even left yet.
Come here.
Fan mail?
Oh, they're for that guy Ted who used to work in the building? Well, he changed jobs and asked our former assistant Terry to forward his mail, which she did, but they keep coming back.
You know, Steve, it's a felony to open someone else's mail.
Well, it started with a postcard of Wrigley Field. Read it by accident. I think I'm in love.
How literary of you, Steve, to fall in love with someone's letters.
Another letter from Jill.
Check it out. She's gonna be in LA tomorrow and she wants to see me.
No, she wants to see Ted.
I am so sorry. My plane was late and the hotel was insane. You are even better looking than I thought you'd be.
Jill.
Oh, good. I was going to be so embarrassed if you weren't Ted.
Who else would I be? Come on. Oh, boy.
Nice flowers.
Oh, hey, they're for you.
Thanks.
I'm not Ted.
What is that supposed to mean?
Means I'm not the guy that wrote you those letters. I'm not the man you fell in love with. My name is Steve Sanders.
But you knew what was in them.
Ted had an office in the building where I work. And when he switched jobs, he asked one of my employees, Steve Sanders. And then if you can resist my overwhelming charm, my animal magnetism, and charismatic personality, then I'll give you Ted.
This is blackmail.
Yeah, I guess. But it's for a good cause.
One date.
What about Ted?
He was everything I thought he'd be, but you're more. I've tried, but I can't fool myself any longer.
What are you talking about?
We don't like the same things. I will always treasure you.
Well, Jill, you can't break up with me over this. You look nice.
Thanks.
Well, here, these are for you.
Thanks. They're lovely.
We're friends for her, right?
Steve, come on, man. Put your arm around me. There you go.
Steve Sanders, is that you? Rhonda Mowgli. Mr. Seidel's Chem Lab, 11th and 12th?
You look terrific. I got you a corsage. You know, to get a corsage at 3 in the morning, a guy's got to go way downtown to the flower mart. You've really got to care about someone a lot to do something like that. I've got to have screwed up. I'm sorry. I'd like to go out with you again.
I don't think that's such a good idea, Steve. But I will see you at work on Monday.
Sure, sort of. Tabloids are a joke, Steve. An embarrassment.
A profitable embarrassment.
What about writing serious stories?
What about staying in business?
You know what? I want no part of this.
The Hollywood Eye, the National Whisperer. These papers make tons of money. And the beautiful part about it is they do it by running stories that we can write, you and I.
Can write? Yes. Will write? Never. Clusterphobic!
Listen, it's gonna be okay.
You know what? I hate you, and those are gonna be my last words on earth.
Still hate me?
I think it's great you're gonna be on a new sitcom.
Yeah, and I think it's great you're dating your co-star, even if I had to read about it in someone else's tabloid.
Don't believe everything you read.
I hope you're happy.
Yeah.
Does she know you're here?
No, and I really don't think it's any of her business.
Son of a bitch.
I was fired.
What?
Well, this way I'll just fade into the woodwork, so you won't be publicly humiliated.
How can they do that?
It was a creative decision. They're writing the mother out.
They fired you because you're gay.
Who wants a homosexual in their living room? Not you.
You're my mother. It's a little different.
Because I don't fit some idea you had about who your mother is?
Who she is? Who she was? I was wondering why you even got married in the first place. Why'd you adopt a kid? Was this some kind of cover-up, Mom? I mean, you must have known.
Steve.
Did you really want a kid? Did you really want me?
Holding you in my arms, raising you, was the best job that I ever had. For years, it was the one decision I made that I knew was right.
So, you're from Freeport, Maine? Freeport? That's home of the turtleneck nightie, isn't it?
I left them all in Maine.
I hate this
We never talked about our past relationships, and I've had 3 big ones. Celeste, Claire, and Carly. Each time, I thought she was the one. Each time I committed, and each time she left. So when we talk about our future, I can't help but be a little scared.
Don't be scared. I'm not going anywhere.
I know that. Janet, I think you should know I was very happy with the way things were.
But Steve, there's no going back now.
I respect the fact that it was your choice, but I think we should get a view of the situation from another angle, perhaps.
Which angle?
Close up in bed. Oh, Janet, they look great.
You think I had implants?
Oh, yeah.
That's your fantasy, Steve. Do you know what my fantasy is? Seeing you evolve past the age 14.
What?
Forget it, okay? Let's just go.
If you don't feel well, just say so. Don't blame it on me. Never specifically asked for bigger bosoms.
Steve, the reason my body's different is because I'm pregnant.
Oh, that's unexpected. Don't worry, we'll manage somehow. You took one of those home pregnancy tests, the pink and stripes and X's, and
A doctor confirmed it.
you went to a doctor. Janet, I know I've been crazy around here, but I would have gone to a doctor with you. When'd you go to a doctor?
3 months ago, when I first realized I was late.
3 months ago? That puts you in your...
In my 16th week.
We've been together every day, every minute, every second for the last 3 months. How could you not tell me?
I'm sorry.
You, who are always lecturing me about right and wrong, you do this to me.
I didn't do anything.
Except go ahead with a pregnancy, which we didn't discuss.
It's not like I planned this, Steve.
I want to be a dad, and I want to be a husband.
Excuse me?
We should get married.
Are you sure about this? Because I can't handle another about phase.
I am absolutely positive.
Well, then, yeah, we should get married.
Dad, I could use your support.
You got it, son. Married or not, you got that. Okay, here's what I think. You have the child first, and then you see how it goes between you.
See how it goes. So you're saying don't get married?
Just so you know, Janet and I love each other very much. We're not...
We are gathered here in the presence of God to witness the marriage of Steve and Janet.
I, Steve, take you, Janet, to be my wife, and I promise, before God and these witnesses, do you mind if I take it from here? Janet, I swear in front of the people who mean the most to me, to love you for the rest of my life. You have given me so much to be thankful for. For you, for our family, I will fill our lives with love and devotion. And in these arms, you will always have shelter. And in my heart, you will always have a home. You have showed me the true meaning of partnership and helped make me a better person.
By the authority vested in me, I now pronounce Steve and Janet husband and wife.
Madeline's a trooper. She's breathing on her own.
She's our miracle.
Do you want to hold your daughter?
Steve, would you like to come in?
You know, it's really weird. I find myself thinking a lot about things like that. Just put an alarm system in the house and constantly checking the batteries and the baby monitors.
I'm sure you're a very good father.
I wish you could have told that to Janet. It would have meant a lot to her.
When your daughter grows up, you'll understand.
Madeline's easy to love, isn't she?
Yes, very.
When she gets older, I'm sure she's going to do things that you don't like. In fact, I'm sure she's going to do some things that I don't like either. But you can be sure, I'm not going to give her affection and then take it away
And I'm not gonna let you do it either. Tomorrow's Christmas. Stop by anytime. Just know it's your last chance. Oh, good. She's not asleep yet.
No, not yet.
Well, there's some people here who want to see her.
Mom, Dad, what are you doing here?
Steve invited us when he came by last night.
I was in the neighborhood, so...
45 minutes on the other side of town.
I baptize you in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
I went to the cleaners, the hardware store, the grocery store. Twice. I changed her 3 times. I put her shoes back on 6 times. And I wrenched my back getting her out of the car seat.
Steve, it's 3 o'clock. Shouldn't we be somewhere?
Well, we've got this Fuzzy Wuzzy Was a Bear reading group at 4 o'clock, but I don't know. I'm thinking she might need a nap.
I'm at the office.
Oh, well, experimenting with this whole stay-at-home dad thing. Finally, something educational.
Oh, her first exposure to violence on TV. This is a proud moment.
What is that? Oh, it's a beer head. You know, when you're watching the game and you don't want to run back to the kitchen for a refill.
Why are you wearing it?
I was feeding Maddie. But meanwhile, she gets her milk, and I get to keep my hands free.
Thought we were looking at a daycare center.
We are. Also looking at our next publishing adventure.
What are you talking about?
My desk will go over there. Your desk can go over there. And we'll put Maddie's playpen somewhere in the middle.
Honey, are you serious? Charles Yoffie has a publishing empire. And what if we fail and we lose our nest egg and then we're out of work?
Would you have ever fixed us up on a blind date?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
When we first started going out, did you think I was the one?
No, but
And when you told me you were pregnant, you think I'd stick around?
Never.
And honey, in your wildest dreams, did you ever think anyone would ever buy the beat?
Okay, so we've outsmarted conventional wisdom once or twice. Or always. But at some point, we have to stop taking these enormous risks.
You think this is one of those times?
Absolutely. Maddie's playpen belongs over there away from the draft.